it's time to start cooking the meat. One of the things that I did was we had the ground meat, you'll recall, and I put the rest of the ground meat in, and this was a really large Boston butt. So what I decided to do was, I think I need a little bit more of all the spices. So I added a little bit of the cayenne pepper, garlic powder, minced onions, some cayenne pepper, a little bit more black pepper, and a little bit more of cumin. And then I also put in some of the garlic because it just didn't taste right. And so what I did, there it is, you can see it all in there. And then I tasted it. Yes, I know I need this other spice. So I've got the spice in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir it up. And we can't have this being too dry, because if it's too dry, there's gonna be a problem with it. And so I'm just gonna kind of stir this up. We've still got the lard, and we have to be careful about the lard because once it starts to melt, there will be liquid in there. So I'm gonna take this spoon, I'm gonna do this here, and I think I've got it pretty much the way I want it. But one of the things I wanna do is I really feel like it's important for me to pour a little bit more of the broth in. So I've actually poured almost 4 cups of broth in here. May seem extreme, but I think when it starts to cook, it's gonna be important to have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. We'll stir it up. And it's important to get this pretty integrated. It looks like yuck, doesn't it? But it's really gonna be really good when we get the hot tamales and we put the mesa with it and get the shucks and roll them up and start steaming them, and they're gonna be fantastic. So we'll just take this off here. Hands are washed, remember that. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it on the slow cooker. And let's just figure this out here. We're gonna go to manual, and it's got on 70 minutes. I don't really wanna cook it that much. I'm gonna put it down to like 30. And I want to test this. This is too important. I want to put it on 30, and then that gives us a chance to let it cook. It's got to steam itself up. It'll cook for 30 minutes, and then it'll steam itself back down. And in between, I may be a little worried. I'm going to make sure everything's done. Is it cooking? Yes. We're on and we're ready to go. We'll be back in a little while to show you how we actually check that meat, and then we'll be ready to make the mesa.